Okay, here you are, my living room again. For the last like 18 months or so, I welcomed you into my living room. So I hope you have fun today. And we're going to start with some self-grilling. So we always gather and focus. So let's put our feet together. Take a deep breath. Stand upright, but not like a soldier. And then what I want you to do is step out. Now I want you to start relaxing, and we're going to do that by bringing our shoulders all the way up to our ears. And then just let it go. Now, third time, let go, and then let it go again, and one more time. So now your shoulders should be relaxed. So if you need to relax the shoulders, just bring them back up. Let go, let go, let go. The next thing I want you to do is to bring your hand up, level with the floor. Feel the hand, feel the arm, and without thinking, just drop it. So don't do this or that or think about it. The whole idea is to relax the arm, and that means consciously loosening the shoulder, the elbow, and then you just let the hand drop. And the first exercise is to turn the head side to side, and we look down, and as we look up towards the ceiling, the head follows, and we look down, up to the other side. Just let the eyes up and down, the head will follow. And come down to the center and gently turn the head. And then reverse. Back to center. And up. Now we get the shoulders forward. Just let the arms drop down using your waist. Back, just roll the shoulders forward. Backward. Back to center. Step out. Now we're going to bring the hand towards the eye, looking at fingers. And as we near the head, we're going to turn away, and that arm is going to come down and make a circle. Keep the shoulder relaxed. Don't raise the shoulder. And take your time doing this. There's no race. You want to feel the movement, the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, and the finger. And what you're doing is gently turning back the spinal cord. Back to center, the other side. And back to center. Both hands. And back to center. On the ball, these fingers are going to go down, and these fingers are going to go up. And we're going to form two circles. Down, around. One hand is forming a figure eight. Now let's step back. Our palms are going to come down towards the knee and then up. And then we're going to spread the hands outwards as we gently turn outwards. Up and straight down towards the thigh. center. Changing leg. Scooping and open. At the center, we make a big circle. The hands come out and drop. And the drop is supposed to help you relax the arms and the shoulders, just like we did at the beginning. And so you're supposed to feel that nothingness, in a sense, throughout the exercises. Reverse. Now we get a little stick between our hands and we rotate the hips. Reverse. And back to center. So that's just some of the morning exercises you can do. And let's just jump a little and clear the channels for the next exercise group. Okay, now we have set 2 of the Shibashi. There's 18 exercises in this, and we'll go through them. And I'll show you what to do on one, and then we do 6 repetitions on each of them. So the first one is regulating the chi. So we come up and make a circle. It's almost like touching the sides of your aura. So let's do that 6 times. Deep breath and exhale. Deep breath. The next one is moving the chi along the microcosmic orbit, and the microcosmic orbit again comes down the front, around, up the back, and continuously circles. And it's micro because the human is just part of the cosmos. Bring our hands together in prayer position, and using your imagination, feel a bright white light going up from the dantian around to the spine, over the head, down the front, and dantian back, making a circle around the body. I'm going to put the video on hold just a second. Sorry about that. It's the neighbor behind me has a gardener working today. Wow, he's loud. Okay, so we did the microcosmic orbit, and we did the regulating the chi. Now we're going to have the wind blowing through the willows. So you just turn one arm up, one arm behind. And what we're going to do is move the arms very slowly. And if you can, look at the back hand. So we do that 6 times and then turn and do that 6 times. Around to the other side. And back to center. Now we search for the needle at the C bottom. Step out. Both hands come down the front of the leg and make a circle. Make sure you keep the knee just a little flexed. You don't ever want to lock the knee joint. And that's why I'm lifting my foot. It gives me a little flexibility. And only go down as far as you want. You don't have to go all the way down. What we're doing is not only working the leg, but also the lower back. So you have to be careful of that lower back. One more. And back to center. Now the fisherman casts the net. This is like cloud hands, only this time the palms will be facing outward. Make sure your hips are still facing forward as you turn only at the waist. The hands aren't really moving, nor are the arms. It's the waist turning everything. And back to center. Now the immortal points the way. We're going to make a big circle. Turn the other way. Bring the back leg and point. You don't have to go down too far, just enough that you flex the knee. Other side. Do all these movements very slowly. That way we can feel the muscle groups and see what changes, if any, happening in our body. Trying to keep that line straight between the head and the feet. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Then keep the hips relaxed. The ankles and so on. Each part of our body relaxing more and more. And as we go slower, you'll notice you're relaxing more. And you're able to go down deeper. If you're stiff, you're not going to be able to move as readily as you would like to. Now we have bad boy kicking, and we're just going to make sure our middle line is centered. And wait. Okay, so this, all of my weight is on this leg, okay? And I'm in a cat stance. My toe is touching the ground. And then I'm going to lift the foot up. And with the heel, I'm going to come down, but not touch the ground. Then I'm going to shift over to the other side. I'm not doing this. I'm keeping my center. And if I look down, I'll see my toe centered. Get my balance. Up. 1, 2. Shift. Balance. Lift. And when I come down, I'm always aware that my weight should be on the heels of the feet, not forward, but on the heels. And that way, the weight is coming down, gravity into the pelvic girdle. And as I slowly bend my knees, the hips fall down just a little, and the weight continues down to the outside of the lower leg. You don't never want the weight on your knees. You want it falling on the outside. So when you're on your heels, you arch the knees just a hair, and you'll be able to feel the weight on this side, and then push into the ground. And now you're letting all the weight into the ground like a tree trunk. Now we have the Holy Crane worshiping the moon. This time we have a prayer position. Step out. One leg's going to go behind and come down. Again, only as far as you want. The object here is to make sure that the back is always straight. So as you come down, just an inch is fine if it keeps your back up. If you want to go down further and kick out more, don't lock the knees behind, just come down. This one is good for your balance, equilibrium, keeping yourself centered is very important. If it helps, you can always go to the side and you notice this nice line here. It will help you with your balance. Yellow dragon, pushing out with claws. This is really good for the joints of your fingers. So you spread them out like a dragon, lift them up stretching the fingers, and then gently pushing out. Then bring the claws back. Relax the fingers and push down. So you're working your wrists, the fingers, feeling and the joints opening, closing, and relaxing. And back to center. Now we pull the bow, shift the ego. And this time we're going to do it very loosely. So cross the arms, and then one hand comes just at the top of the head, and the other hand just comes out. Turn your head and look at the area between the thumb and the forefinger there, and stretch out. And you can imagine the eagle flying across the sky. And rather than shoot it with an arrow, we're going to shoot it with happiness, joy, and love. And back to center. Now we have the dragon again, twin dragons emerging from the sea. We step to the side. Make sure that we're stable on both legs. Our hands come in, middle fingers, and we're left with the two dragons on each side. The dragons emerge from the sea up towards the sky, and then wrist turn down, relax the shoulders, and then come back into the sea. Use your imagination to see the dragons coming up, relaxing the shoulders, coming down, back into the sea. We'll flip to the other side very gently. Turn one foot and the other, and the back foot. Opening the chest, breathing in, slowly exhaling. Breathing in, deep breath of the abdomen. Breathing out through your nose. Feel the air rushing into the lungs. And exhale. Back to center. Now we have the lion playing with the ball. So we form a ball, and we're going to turn to the side and push out. At the same time, we're going to lift our leg and push out, and then we'll come to the other side, and then I turn the ball, lift the leg, and push out. So lift the leg, turn, and push. Very good for your balance. And you don't have to lift the leg at all, or you don't have to lift it aside. It's just a fun thing to do. But the important thing is to make sure that you turn at the waist. And back to center. Now we cross the wild blue ocean, bringing our hands up, turning at the waist, keeping our hips front, and then gently pushing out. Make sure the shoulders are not going up. Relax the shoulders, relax the elbows, and just very gently push the fingers out. And gently turn. And as I turn, I'm bending my knees so that I can have that back leg pushing, feeling the chi coming around all the way to my shoulders, out, having a connection between the heel and the fingers. So use your heel to push, feel the fingers. And then back to center. Now we embrace the moon at the dantian 3 inches below the belly button, in the sea of chi. So we come out, embrace the moon, bring the chi from the moon into the dantian. Turn at the waist, and do the same. Keep the shoulders nice, even. Let the hands just float down. Don't raise the shoulders. And back to center. Once again, we're in the center. And we gently turn, lowering our hips. Now I'm turning this way, my hips are this way. And I'm going to stretch out and lift myself onto the toes. Gently turn up the waist. And this is the phoenix spreading its wings. Just let the arms float up like you're in a body of water. And down. Get your balance, and then come up onto the floor. And back to center. Next, we're going to strike the opponent's ears by stepping out, forming loose fists, circling, and striking. Again, make sure you relax the shoulders. Just let the arms come out into a nice circle. Relax, turning the wrists. Back to center. Now we lay our hands on top of the pool of water. And we circle the dark hand. Touching the calm waters, letting the water soothe the hands. Relaxing the arms, relaxing the wrists, fingers. Turning only up the legs. After we reverse. And back to center. As we collect the chi back into the Dantian, to the reservoir so we can use that energy later on today. Step in. And jump. Shake a bit. Okay. These exercises are for lowering your blood pressure, reduce anxiety, and help you promote sleep later on. So the first exercise is brushing from the front of the hairline to the back. So we just bring your fingers, we brush all the way to the back. The second is bringing your fingers behind, putting the palms over your ears. And what we're going to do is tap back on the neck 10 times. And we do it 3 times, okay? So we're going to do this 3 times and then tap 10 times each time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put the palms into the ears and then just gently pop. Now we work our way down to the chest. We're going to pat from right to left. So this is my right looking at you, I guess. And right to left, we're going to pat 10 times. As I go from left to right, I'm going to pat 20 times. Now I'm going to rub right to left 10 times. Working way down to the stomach. When I finish the 10 times, I'm going to do the same thing 20 times, the opposite side. Next one, I'm going to push down on the sides. My thumbs are front. And I'm going to push 10 times. Now I'm going to push 20 times, pushing down the front. We're only going to do 10 times. I'm going to bring my hand 10 times diagonally, 10 times diagonally. Now we work the shoulders. Cup your hand, not flat, cup. And 10 times one side, 10 times the other side. Back of your hand or your fist, the back of the shoulders, 10 times. Now we're going to tap 10 times the stomach and the back. Now we get the wrist and we make a circle 10 times clockwise, 10 times counterclockwise. Then we get the middle finger and we get our other hand and we press the indentation, the fingernail 10 times. The other hand. We come down, 2 hands on the dantian as we circle 8 times. Reverse. And hands up. And you bring down the chi 3 times. I use this like an X-ray. I examine my skeleton from the top all the way down to the toes, bringing in the chi of the bright light of energy all the way down my body, illuminating all the skeleton muscle. skeleton bones.